Hi, I'm Caleb West from the Birmingham Public Library, and today we're going to speak about our third annual Local Authors Expo. It gives local authors an opportunity to present themselves to the public. Today we're going to have three authors to talk about the event, and the first author we're going to have is Mr. Jesse Crawford. And Mr. Crawford, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, Caleb, and thank you for having me here. My name is Jesse Crawford. I was born and raised here in Birmingham. I attended schools here in Birmingham. Upon graduation from high school, I enlisted in the U.S. Navy. And the Navy gave me a chance to see the world, and I've had a great variety of jobs in my life, including air conditioning foreman for the U.S. government, and even a policeman. But being an author of children's books was something that I never thought that I would be.
So how did you get started doing that?
You know, one night in 1994, I had a dream. And in this dream, I was an author of children's books. And matter of fact, my very first story, The Christmas Prayer, came to me entirety in this dream. And I got up the next day, wrote down what I dreamed, and pretty soon the words, the storyline, it all came together. And this was my first book.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, The Christmas Prayer, as you can see, is about a young boy. He's 12 years old, and his name is Leroy. Matter of fact, Leroy shows up in all of my books. Okay. He is my hero, and it tells about his wish and his prayer for a Christmas tree, and his mentor, Daddy Bill, puts a plan into action to make his prayer come true, and it does.
Okay. So that was the first. What came after that?
My second book was The Greatest Commandment.
Okay.
And it's about Leroy, and he learns the greatest commandment from Daddy Bill. And it's a situation, he gets into a situation where he's chased by a bully, but in the end, him and the bully becomes friends. Okay. It has a good ending.
Okay, and then you have...
And my third book was The Miraculous Tea Cakes. And this is my personal favorite. It tells about tea cakes and Leroy's love of tea cakes also, and how he has to get someone to make tea cakes for his mother.
Okay.
And I dedicated this book to my mother because she, too, made great tea cakes.
Seems like in the books, Leroy's getting a little older and wiser as the books go on.
Yes, and a lot of times, Caleb, a lot of people ask, who am I, Leroy or Daddy Bill?
Yeah.
And I tell them that a little of me is in both characters.
Okay. And
this is my latest book, Leroy's New Bike. And in this book, Leroy gets a bike with Daddy Bill's help.
Okay. So you've had opportunities to visit a lot of schools to promote your books. Tell us about that.
Yes, I have. I've been to Hill Elementary, Tuggle Elementary, and other schools here in the Birmingham area. I also went to a school in Pennsylvania to do a reading.
Okay.
Yes.
And from speaking earlier, you said that you had left and come back. How does that experience translate to the book? How do you show your travel experiences?
No, I don't show travel experiences, but what I do draw from, I talk about my own childhood experience. Right. And a lot of my childhood experiences are in those books.
Okay. And
yes.
You also attended the event last year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It was a great event. I made plenty of contacts. I sold books, and matter of fact, I'm going to do a reading from one of those contacts next month.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you visit the schools, is that generally what you do? You do readings and the like?
Yes, yes. And I also was very fortunate enough to be invited to W.J. Christian Middle School. Okay. And that is the school where my grandchildren attend. Okay. And so I did a reading with them in attendance, and they got a big kick out of that. Okay. Yes.
So did they parade you around and, this is the readers?
Yes. I'm a big hero to all of the students there at W.J. Christian, and to my grandkids. They get plenty of feedback from their grandfather being a writer.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, if someone wanted to get started writing a book, how would you recommend that they get started?
I would tell them to put something down on paper and get started, because being a writer is just like a moving train. You know, once that train leaves the station and you put something down on paper, something else will jump up on that paper, your characters, your plots, your subplots, and by the time that train arrives at the station, you will have your book written.
Okay. And you mentioned that the first book came about because of a dream you had.
Yeah.
What about the others? I mean, did they get...
The other books was mostly on my own childhood experiences growing up here in Birmingham, from Leroy's New Bike to Miraculous Tea Cakes, and even The Greatest Commandment, because it has a story of a bully. And all children can relate to sometimes in their life being accosted by a bully.
Right.
And Leroy is accosted by a bully, but he deals with it.
Okay. We spoke earlier, and you were saying how it's important to have the happy ending in the books.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes, well, that's what I try to do all the time. All of my books, I try to have a happy ending because I want my readers to go away feeling good, you know.
Right.
And I do get feedback from my readers and saying, hey, this is a good book. And that makes me feel good.
Okay. What can you tell those attendees who haven't attended before, what they would expect?
From the at the library?
At the library.
Well, I would tell them that it's a great event because it's a chance to get exposed. It's a chance to network, to meet people, and who knows? You know, one of these contacts may prove to be something positive.
Right. So I know we have a lot of local authors there who are looking to get exposure, as you said. We also have a couple of local bookstores that might be involved. What do you yourself expect from your second year at the event?
Oh, I expect this year, matter of fact, I've got a couple of more books since last time, and because if I get some repeat customers, I can tell them that, hey, I got, you know, other books out, new books.
Okay. Again, I want to thank Mr. Jesse Crawford for being here today and helping us promote our third annual Local Authors Expo to be held at the Birmingham Public Library on December 5th and 6th. And I hope to see you there. Thanks again, Mr. Crawford.
And thank you, Caleb.